Putting your feelings to the side, right, about what you guys
Mhm.
went through, do you respect what Vlad has done in this game as far as what he's contributed to hip hop?
I respect what he did. I just certain things I won't respect because I saw also that he made bad decisions as far as with me. And if he did
Mm.
them with me, how many other people he did that with? And if you think that that's real, that's not real. You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot about you. But as far as him, you know what I'm saying, as long as the cop situation ain't real and he's not being an inside informant, you know what I'm saying? Which I think people,
I don't think
yeah, I
he
think
is.
people,
I don't think
but
he is,
that's what I
but
was about to say. I think people fabricate
yeah.
that he's some type of informant. But then again, you as somebody that asks them questions, you got to be careful on what you say too, or how who you put on the spot. Because then at the same time, you got to edit that video, and when you edit that video, make sure you take out certain shit. Don't put it on there and then wait till a motherfucker. Oh, I was gonna take it out. No, you should have called that person before you edit that shit and asked them, "Yo, listen, boom." Unless y'all talked about it beforehand and you say, yo, I could use all the footage, everything, then that's different. And make sure you got it in writing. Because right now you gotta have everything in writing. You feel me? Like, it's crazy.
I respect what Vlad has given to this game. I felt like he gave a lot of blueprint to these interviews and like the one clip per day. He did a lot of things to show people how to get it in this game,
Right.
right? Um and I get what you're saying with like the certain questions, and it's been real controversial, but I think that both sides need to practice being accountable, being
Yeah,
responsible,
yeah.
right? Because like just because somebody asks you something don't mean that you got to answer it, or that you don't got to be careful in the way that you answer it, right? um I'm not really too familiar with watching those specific type of interviews of the ones that he's done, as far as like people say like the drill rap, or the ones where he's asked like criminal kind of questions like that. From the ones that I've seen personally, it's just more of the ones where he's asked about previous crimes that is outside of the statute of limitations, not any like current cases. um but for me, like what you were saying, like when you got to edit, you got to be careful, like when you're reviewing the video and
Right.
stuff, what somebody says. In our first interview, you said some shit where you were like, I'll kill that motherfucker or something like that. And I remember when I was reviewing the video, I was like, I don't know, man. What if something happened to this person and Lou gonna be caught up in some shit? I'm like, I'm editing this part out where he said this.
See, but look, but right now,
I was like, Lou is crazy as hell for
but
saying
see,
this
right now,
shit.
you
And
saying,
I even
but
remember,
look, right now, not to cut you off, right now, you saying that. I could be on some, why is you bringing this up? That's suspect. Is you gonna use this against me later? And that's how the average rapper will feel. You feel me? Like they'll feel like, yo, why is you bringing this up right now? Why are you saying that? Why you recording this? Is you expecting me to answer? I'm not answering that now. So why is you bringing that? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I could be on some shit like that. You feel me? Because it could
right.
feel funny style, like why you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I never like if I say something, I hold myself accountable. Cause if I said that, I said that along the word, along the way that if a nigga try or threaten me and my family, I will kill a motherfucker. If a nigga threatens me and
Right,
my
right.
family, I will kill that motherfucker. I'll tell the judge that shit. I say I'm gonna kill that motherfucker if he threatens me and my family. Cause that's my family. You feel me? And I'm gonna stand by that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna let nobody harm me or my family. So I'll say it 100 more times to you, the judge, or anybody. So you know what I'm saying? Just to be clear on that note. But just like you did it now, like you know what I'm saying? You said, yo, I remember you said that. I could have been like, yo, child, what you doing? Why you saying that now? You trying to set me up, motherfucker? Like, What you doing? I could have been off that. You get what I'm saying? How people feel or perceive how shit goes, and you got to be careful with that because not everybody is like the next man. The very small portion of MCs that you got really come from the street, and it's very small. But you might be interviewing the one motherfucker that really did. Some of them new rappers don't got no brains because a lot of them niggas did some foul shit and put it in their raps and then want to talk about it and snitch on themselves. Then when they snitch on themselves,
Well, that's the thing that people have been critical about Vlad, where they said that these rappers don't know any better and he's taking advantage of them. But I mean, do you view it that way? I mean, like how much responsibility is he supposed to practice versus the actual rapper that he's interviewing, and they clearly know they're on camera and they're saying what they're saying, unless I guess they're fully on drugs and they're not aware of that this is going to be put out there on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's like a conversation, I guess, that's supposed to,
see,
you
I,
know.
I think people say that, and the ones that say that, they say that because the longevity that he has in this game. Vlad ain't no newbie. You know what I'm saying? He been around for a long time. He been around the hip hop game for a long time. So he knows better too. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they say you taking advantage of these motherfuckers. Cause he knows that these niggas is kind of contradicting themselves and putting themselves out there. So why even, you know what I mean, even stir the pot and even get the motherfuckers to play themselves like that? To me, he does do that. You feel me? And it's like, just you need to draw the line between certain shit. And yeah, you right. You definitely right about some rappers. They gotta be accountable for their own shit too. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking do the interview if you gonna bitch and complain about, you know what I mean, the shit. And some of them do gotta take accountability, but then some of the shit that he did already, I think some people was caught off guard because some of them videos I saw myself and he did it. And I saw a couple niggas like do this, like, and you can see some shit might have got edited because motherfuckers was confused. Like they was like, "What the fuck going on, this nigga?" You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, at that point, I blame them too because I would have been like, "Nah, I'm done with this fucking interview, nigga. Fuck you in your interview, nigga. You trying to set me up? You feel me?" If you felt like that about that shit, if I feel like that about it at the time, I'm not gonna continue the interview. And it's
Right.
like, I don't know. That shit is crazy.
I mean, I haven't watched all of his interviews, so I can't say, and especially the ones that they're talking about a lot of times are, I think, the newer rappers, and I don't really pay attention to that as much, so I can't say.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just I feel as though he's, you know, you can't blame him for everything. At the end of the day, he has a job to do. He's doing his job, but he's probably gonna have to sharpen his his way of doing things, and they got to sharpen their way of doing things too. I think it's both sides. I mean, I agree with
So
you.
you feel like he deserves some of the blame that he gets from people, but not all
Yeah,
of it, not to the extent that people
nah,
give,
nah,
right?
nah, nah. It definitely ain't on him. You know what I'm saying? It's dumb too. You feel me?
So you don't remember saying that in our first
Nigga, you trying to?
but no, but I brought that up, right, to show you that, yeah, like we as content creators too, when we're reviewing things, and I heard Vlad speak about this before too. He said that he's cut out stuff too, or asked somebody, um, I don't know which interview, but I just think that, yeah, we do need to practice responsibility as well, right? So if we see something, like I've cut stuff out that Cuban has said as well, to be like, like, I don't know, this seems like it could be too much. No, and that was my point in saying that to you, is that, like, I understand as well that, we as content creators need to be responsible too.
Right. Yeah, you know what I mean? not all, you know what I'm saying? Because I saw some of the videos and it don't look like what they make it out to be. But you know how people is, you know what I'm saying? That should be wild.
So how can you fix it with Vlad? Like, would you ever go on his platform and do an interview with him?
I mean, there's always a if, you know what I mean? I don't know. I would have to have a conversation with that nigga first. That's all I could really say.
And then in the interview, you know, you shouting out some people, Panda Job, what's up?
Pan the top about to be you about to be just as big as the nigga.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah,
It's gonna take a
yeah.
while. I mean,
Nah, you on your way.
I respect what he's done.
Nah, yeah.
He put a lot
Nah,
of
and
time into it. It takes a
yeah, I
long
know you
time.
do, but you working. You definitely working. And
Yeah.
you doing it the right way.
Mm.
You're not being one of these motherfuckers that's trying to scheme on. You know what I mean? Is you?
Nah, they gonna look at that part that you was talking about. Yo, why you asking me that right now, Chop? They gonna cut that out. Watch, they gonna be all like, see, Big Lou called out Panda Chop right now, right there. He called him out.
That they'll do that. They'll do that too. They'll do that shit. You
Yeah.
know who too.